Questions. Representative Malik.
Thanks, Mr. Chairman. Just quick, the numbers that you were giving out, people leaving the state, is there any breakdown on that? You know, what age they are? You know, because I look at this just like talking to a person that's 20 years old, saying, hey, put money away for your retirement. At 20, they do not realize that someday they're going to be 60. But as you get closer to that number, you start thinking about saving money.
No, and actually, I'm a good example of that. I'm one of the few that moved here versus moved out. I'm not from Rhode Island, and when I did so at 24, quite frankly, I would probably pick New Hampshire because of the taxes if I know now, but knew then what I know now, right? But, you know, Paul Dion had released that study not too long ago from the Department of Revenue, and they did a good job of breaking it down. Unfortunately, it only looked at a 2007 cohort, so you can't really infer anything from it, but it did make very clear that, because all it looked at was wealthy, but it made very clear that if you're wealthy, you might move to Massachusetts or here or there. But if you're old and wealthy, you're moving to Florida 2-1. No doubt about it. So.
But that's the question that I have. We cannot make this the same as Florida or South Carolina or states that have zero exemptions. You know, we can't do that. So where would
fiscally, you say?
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't think we can. Maybe we can. Maybe we can pull
if you gave me a line item, I'd give it a shot.
But where is the number that we should fall in over here in New England? I mean, it's Massachusetts. Do you see them having the same problem with erosion with their population as Rhode Island is?
Well, I didn't look at that.
That's the question I worry about constantly about our neighboring, the New England states. Where do we fall in with them, number one, and what will stop the erosion?
You know, originally I thought that that our research would kind of not make everyone here happy because when you're looking at especially the Connecticut survey, well, they have a $2 million exemption and they have a cliff. Is it the cliff? Is it the threshold that is pushing people out? Something is. So I can't say. Rhode Island, you know, all of New England certainly has an outflow. New Hampshire may be a little different, but I just didn't look at Massachusetts. All I can tell you about is the Rhode Island and Connecticut. We did break down the population numbers in Rhode Island, and we can tell you by age, by household, by income, et cetera, who is moving where. But I can't tell you that for Massachusetts. No, I'm sorry.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you, Mr. Chairman.